Hello, welcome to CMFXPRO. Apologize for the late posting of this video for New York session. Very busy morning this morning. So let's continue. Please stop and read. By continuing, you are accepting these terms. Alright, let's start right out with GU. They're the hottest moving pairs in the market right now. Let's go right down to M15, get closer to the action. Alright, we have this low exhaustion as of yesterday out of London and Asia. Took right off. Came in trap. It was a London trap through. Came New York reversal. This area. High exhaustion, close to the weekly range high, and just a nice drop from there. Kept retesting. EU, again, safety area. Entry yesterday. Along ID safety condition here. Came down to that high exhaustion. Nice drop from that condition against day range low. We do have an ID50 condition on the price action, possibility to return back to the male. Again, I think the 5 moving average is not added on here, but that might be representation of the 5 moving average actually exhausted to the 13. So that could be a bounce just back to the 13 and back down again. Okay, let's continue. USD Chef. Again, all these areas here, these high hits off of the 50. This was a previous high exhaustion established in line with trend direction, obviously right here. This hit here, I mean crossing the 50. Okay, so basically this is the exhaustion, high exhaustion level right in this area that started the major drop. And these are, for right now, conditions. We are at a weekly low range and below it, so there could be conditions if it breaks trend line to bust out of the weekly low range. We'll have to see if it wants to try to reach the monthly low range, because it's not too far away. Okay. Something I wanted to show as an example, if you mark these areas that don't show exhaustion, for example, let's go to the most recent one, this hit right here. Walk down to the 5-minute time frame. There you go, right here, high exhaustion, in line with trend. Right there. We got another one right here. Let's see if I can make this bigger. There we go. That's a lot better. We got that hit in line with trend. Let's see. Look at this. Look at a little M on the M5 on the 800 before the big cross of everything. Amazing stuff. And here's where price. I think this area here is the new institution level created before that big drop. Then you had all this. You could really do really well on the M5 just following the exhaustion conditions. If you just have time to trade a certain session, for example, this is out of Asia into London. So you take that into close to New York reversal conditions. Obviously, is right in this range. So there's your New York reversal. There's your London anchor. Simple. Conditions stay true around the New York reversal up to this range here. You could have taken your profit here. Obviously, that would have been a good spot because the news, this looks like a news push candle. And then just basically waited till it got back in line. Or if you had more positions held, you could loft a position depending on how conditions were on the higher time frames. It's just that simple. If you stay on a one time frame, just follow it through on that time frame if you want. And it goes, every time frame has exhaustion, so you can easily check M5 conditions against the M1 to follow through, and then up against the M15 conditions for scalping rules. M15, M5, M1. Pretty simple. Okay. Let's see here. get rid of this line. Let's see. Did I do GU already? Yes. Let's get back to Euro Great Britain. This was a nice hit, like I said. If you don't see no exhaustion against any of these levels, walk yourself down. You will find it. Let's see. And there it is. One dot. One exhaustion dot against a weekly level on the M5. And price just crashes to the bottom. And we're at the day range low in this condition right here. So we have a lot of exhaustion riding across through here. And then it trapped traders again. And I'm pretty sure on this area here would have been a nice, let's see if we got some exhaustion here on N5. No exhaustion. Beat a cross of that. TU maybe. No. Euro. SD. That pretty much fell in line with the drop of the euro. Had high exhaustion here. So if you saw this on, this is cross comparison exhaustion. So very common, simple rule I use. Just because you don't see exhaustion on one, if you use cross pair, fractional disparity, then you can cross correlate that exhaustion back to the other pair not showing exhaustion. Hopefully I didn't say that too fast. If you ever have any questions, please contact me on Telegram. I'll be more than glad to explain any conditions that you have questions about. Obviously, that's mostly for people that have purchased the indicator. But if you still want to know what means what, so you can gain more confidence, I think it's very important to build trust in this industry, as there is so much fake people out there. It is not funny. We all are aware of that. And that's the reason why I do these videos, is because you need to see something to gain your confidence and trust in me. And that is very important in this business, because it is hard for the people that do have a great system, great strategy, and create indicators that simplify your trading, and you can actually enjoy trading, have fun, enjoy life, not be frustrated, overwhelming, lied to, so forth. So this is the reason why I love doing these videos for the people that are either coming in new, following me, because building trust is very important. And as you can see, this indicator don't lie. So it don't repaint. Everything stays true to where it's held at the close of the candles. They put a lot of work into creating the data to make this happen. And my excellent code writer helped me with the processing, of course. Just amazing. We have an amazing group of people at CMFXPRO. Let's go back to AU, M15. All these high, low areas of the range, I'm confident on 5 you will see conditions follow through from exhaustion to exhaustion. So, like this is the high area here. Go to M5. There you go. High exhaustion right here. Finger down. Done. Look, exhaustion to exhaustion. Exhaustion to exhaustion. High exhaustion there. You don't get any exhaustion until you get all the way down here. That's some nice scalping on M5, I'll tell you that. Look at that. Back to the high. Back to the low. I really have fun with this indicator, as you can tell. So that's the part of finding a simple system trading plan. I love the concept of market maker method, beat the market maker method, but I think there's not enough explanation of the real core basic reasons why institutions do what they do. And any lessons I've seen, they teach you just the basic principles, and apologize about that. Had to pause a little bit as my guard dog got a little crazy with the postal guy. Okay, let's get back to EU. Again, easy scalping off M5, guys. Easy, easy. But I will tell you, I always like trading the strongest setups for the most profitable pips. But if you don't got time for that, have chart time, you can easily adjust this indicator to M5 or M1 scalping. And it's quite amazing, actually. Okay, let's continue. Okay, we had this low exhaustion here. See? Boom, boom. And you. Beautiful stuff. Day range high. Oh, that's M5. We'll get off there. And another thing, if you guys have any specific time frames you'd like to view with this exhaustion, depending on the style of trading you like, you can message me and I will do a video in relation to requests as well. Okay, let's get to NU. High exhaustion right here. Can't get no better than that. M15. No exhaustion established yet, but we do got some nice hits to a certain level. I'm confident if you go to this level, I'm not even going to mark it. There it is. Low exhaustion. Came back to that level. Most likely it's going to break this trend line. Where are we at? We're well below day range low. And we're pretty far above high. Where are NU? It might try to attempt this weekly low range. It all depends on the breaking of the trend line. On the M5 or M15. I'd rather see it break trend line on M5. Or I mean M15, I'm sorry. Okay, US Gen. Again, M15 conditions. At this low exhaustion, let's see, 21st of August. So we're at this high point here. And all these areas on M15, I'm confident where these fingers are on M5, the exhaustion is established. Like this situation right here. That's a nice high. High of day. Let's see what high of day looks like on M5. Bam! Exhaustion. Drops. Don't get any better than that, guys. Really don't get any better than that. I really do enjoy this too much. Okay. UC. Low exhaustion on M5. Okay. I jumped right to the M5 for this for a reason. Because it did hit the day range low. We had a double hit exhaustion. We got multiple safety positions here and the fingers representation. Then we had a confirmation of ID 50 direction up to 50. So that's really nice. And news push came out, New York session, obviously. Or before New York session, I'm sorry, out of London condition. New York sessions, let's see, right here. Hit day range high, but it still busted through based on the news before. So that came out at 8:30, a half hour or so, 15:30. Right there, look at that. 520, 525, bearish candle, and then it just took off. Okay, let's go to M15, Euro CAD. Again, we got these high hits off the New Zealand and Aussie news we had last night. Hit day range high exactly. So, again, no exhaustion on M15. Walk down to the M5. And there you have a previous day high exhaustion, hit weekly high range, very key support level. Went up 20 so pips from there, and now we're at a 79, 80 pip drop from this ID 50, and then previous exhaustion. Okay. GA. Once again, if you noticed, EA didn't have really good M15 exhaustion representation. Like I explained with the cross comparison exhaustion, GA did. And it showed you this level, and it showed you this level. Notice the pattern of EA, GA. Very similar. EA hit the weekly range. GA exceeded the weekly range, and that's where price dropped. Okay. Again, Great Britain, New Zealand, same conditions. Had weekly range hit. Wanted to trap traders at the level, and this was really feeding off of the Brexit news yesterday. Obviously, you had this low exhaustion well before the news release. That's what I try to say. People with that I created the indicator with everything that is in line of where the market moves, including news pushes. It's right here on your screen. Low exhaustion. Couple days before, retouches safety entry, right on the line again, and news just takes it off. And that's a 396 pip rise, or actually more than that to the exhaustion, almost 400 pips, more than 400. That's with basically zero drawdown, guys. If you did enter here off the exhaustion, 191.85, and you 150, 35 pips. Right, 35 pips. Let's see. And that's crazy. Where are we at? And almost 400 pips. So 35 pips to risk for 400 pips. How's the risk reward on that one? The ratio. Do the math. It'll blow your mind. Okay. EN, same thing. Nice high exhaustion, weekly range hit. That exhaustion completed the process for both GN and EN. This did hit weekly high, but as you've seen, when GN hit weekly high, EN was probably right here. No exhaustion established, as you notice. Rose up, it finally gave true exhaustion off of this tight area, and immediately dropped. Once again, you have the ID50 situation on EN, I'm sorry, and directly rose from there. EJ, high exhaustion, day range high hit, drop. I'm sure in this area there's no representation of a symbol. Go to M5, and you'll have a bunch of ID50 bounces. Boom, boom, boom. And there's your confirmation pass. There's your confirmation again. These symbols. I'll try to make these symbols a little bit bigger for the next videos. Okay. All right, now we're up against low exhaustion on M5. It is at day range low. We'll have to see if it breaks trend line one direction or the other for confirmation. Apologize about the dog barking. The dog does not like the postal guy. Okay, catch up. High exhaustion against day range low, ID 50. Condition hit. It rose directly from the finger, as it should. Aussie Jap. All this is a new institutional zone, guys. All of it. And it drops from there. Drops again. Safety. Exhaustion. Get out. This, I'm sure, on M5, it'll mark exhaustion for drop. GJ. High exhaustion. Drop. All this safety in ID 50. It's trying to tell you buy, 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 buy. How many times did it tell you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 indications in case you missed the first one, or the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Sorry, I'm just having a little too much fun today. New Zealand Jap. Day range high hit. Drop. Exhaustion low. Euro shift. High exhaustion here. Small drawdown. Weekly range high hit. I obviously would expect it to hit weekly range being that close. So I could enter a small lot right here so you don't miss out on the trade. And then just re-enter as it gets to the weekly line. Where are we at right now? No exhaustion, no nothing, hit day range low. So I definitely would not do anything at this point in time. It did have a finger here. I would at least wait for a finger representation or an exhaustion. Again, look at this. Odd chef. Oh, it's crazy. Weekly range high hit, 1 dot. 1 dot drop. 147 pips to be exact from the drop. Gold. This was a new zone created. I kept testing off of here. No real important ranges. Let's see. We had this condition here, which is a beautiful re-entry off of the low, low, low on the monthly low hit. Right? That's a monthly low hit. Very critical. Price just really is taken off from here. You had a re-entry back into here in line with trend. Okay, and I'm sure this area here, M5. Oh, there's some nice exhaustion. Right there, M5. Scalp away. Have fun. Low exhaustion here. High exhaustion, low. ID50. If you really want to get technical, turn that finger into some nice exhaustion off the M1. There it is. Look at that. Ah, very nice. Here's your scalping. Right through here. All the highs and lows. Stay in line with trend. Trend is your friend. Don't take none of these. Got a high exhaustion here. Got a finger here. I would definitely, taken a drop. This area might be represented on the M5. Might. Oh, it is. Funny. Of course it is. Of course it is. Okay. U.S. oil. And nicely tightly ranging. Nothing really happening. Feeding off the previous low exhaustion. Or, let's see. Where are we at? Some really low exhaustion. It's gotta be here somewhere. Let's go to the M15. ID50s. There it is. Where's the low exhaustion? At the lowest point of price. That's where it is. Rise, 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 rise. High exhaustion. We're not really against any day range high or nothing yet, so I have to just hold out, wait and see. Breaks trend line in one direction or the other. Let's get rid of some of these. Caribbean Chef. Okay, we don't have any exhaustion here, so what do you do? Mark it out. Let's mark that out. And we do have an ID50, double ID50 drop off of here. It's nice. Let's see. Okay. Again, high exhaustion here, bounces off the blueberry, break it down to an M5 in that area, and what do you get? Some high exhaustion right here, and drops to here. You could have taken profit out here, and look at this maybe on the 1 minute since it's 90.50, break it down to 1 minute, and these areas might have provided you nice inline trend conditions to re-enter. And this one does. This got ID50, so Ugh. Apologize. Ugh, sorry. I don't get much sleep, to be quite honest with you. EuroCAD. Nice M5, or this is M1. Look at that. Crazy. High exhaustion, trapping. You could have scalped that like crazy, these ranges, if you wanted to, or stayed in and get out here. Let's see what we got going on the M5, M15, low exhaustion, trap. Here's Chef Jeff. Close to the day range high. It did eventually pass that. If you entered right here, very small drawdown, 15.11. A little less than 15 pips. But this was the move. This is the big move. See the low exhaustion safety right here. Nice and clean. Huge pips gained. Odd CAD. It's up against day range high hit. It came off this weekly high zone. Hit it again 2-3 more times, or a little more than that. And nice drop. Odd New Zealand. Perfect situation on the monthly low range hit and well above the day range high. When you see a very strong EMA such as 200 or 800 around day range high, if it happens to be above it, I can guarantee you will want to touch that EMA. So always just wait if you see a major EMA above day range high hit or a weekly range high. If you see a very important EMA very close to the line. Great Britain CAD, low exhaustion, weekly range low hit, took off. Let's see. New Zealand CAD, low exhaustion, right here, took off. Not quite at the weekly low range. Did come down quite well below the 14 day range low. Let's see. New Zealand Chef, again, we have these conditions, weekly, day range, and monthly range low. It's surpassed everything. You got exhaustion now. Safety entry possibly if it breaks this trend line. I'd like to see a break on the H1, and it actually did. We got any we do have H1 exhaustion below all these major key levels, so we'll keep an eye on that. NFP, well, tomorrow news might take this off away. So I'll have to see. Always let the market present itself to you for the conditions and confidence. It is locked into the possibility of trendline break, so you want to make sure it comes out of that a little bit better. It might come back down to retest conditions on the weekly low, like rise up and then come back down, or meet back at this level of the previous exhaustion before it takes off. Where is right now? It is a super strong trend down. Just have to wait confirmation of trend. What else do I want to do? That's it. Okay, we'll go back to GU. We'll see conditions. We'll touch up on the majors really quick. High exhaustion, everything's staying tight to the range of being locked up between the 50 and here. So we'll have to wait and see. USD Chef has not broken the trend line to rise out of this low exhaustion yet. EU still falling in line with the previous exhaustion. AU matched up with the previous day exhaustion. All these hits to the low. Have to see how this handles on a break of trend. NU exhaustion well below day range low. We got weekly low sit down here, so be careful. UJ again, I'm sure M5 shows exhaustion in this area. Came back up through nicely. This might want to attempt, it has broken trend line on M15 just as of now. Might try to hit this 800 day range low area. US CAD, obviously the news today is bringing it down back off the 800. We'll have to see if it makes a retest to the 50 and see if this will pull the 50 across the 200 more clean towards the 800. Okay, so that's a quick wrap up. Well, not quite a quick wrap up, half hour of conditions out of New York session. Once again, I apologize for not posting pre-session conditions. I will try to, things get pretty hectic and busy here in the office. I would definitely try my best to post them in a timely manner to give you guys an advantage to see the conditions ahead of time. So I hope everybody has a great day. Remember, a lot of high volatility news the rest of this week and all of next week as quarters are ending. NFP's coming. This is when institutions really create some new zones to take off for a long period of time. It's at the beginning and end of each quarters. So very important. They have earnings they need to report and whatnot. For those who take my mentorship and get my indicator package, I explain more into detail and what all that really means. And I can simplify it very quickly without watching exhausting 4-hour videos and reading a million pages of material. That's why I sacrificed a lot of time, many sleepless nights for the past months, to get to the level of my knowledge, because I really am dedicated and serious of always wanting to be a successful trader. I didn't waste no time. I've only been trading I began my learning process last year, September, around this time. And this is where I'm at today. And this is what happens when you 100% focus and put everything on the line. And I want to offer my knowledge to the people who are struggling, either by purchasing indicators, signing up for mentorship, or a package deal for both. So if anybody's interested, just contact me always. I'm always available. I always jump, anybody sends message, I jump right to the front line, and I don't like people being ignored, because this is a turning point for their life, and I like to be provided right there at their side and make it happen for you. Once again, thank you for your time, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Goodbye.